Hey, good morning, all. Welcome to Coffee and Crafts with John. I'm going to actually screenshot this comment from Darksider. That is a fantastic comment. I got to hold on. Let me get my screenshot thing going. I'm going to take, that's a great comment. I'm totally stealing that from you. Why am I on TV twice? I have no idea what's going on there. Weird. Okay. That's fantastic. The come ladder, or the 3-point Johnny this morning. Yikes, 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 yikes. I'm telling you what. I know that why am I not getting what I want here? We're going to be on that screen. There we go. I know that the math guys love to talk. Come bet with odds, come bet with odds, come bet with odds, right? It's the only way to play. It's the math way to play. All those things. I think we've seen over the last couple of days is this. Now, I don't want to poo-poo the strategy. It's not garbage, right? No, it's not garbage, but it's not to my taste. And what's funny is I like the come ladder. I like the Southern Border. There are bets or strategies that I play, the horsemen, that use come bets as part of the strategy, but they're tactical, right? I'm not going out there solely with a bunch of come bets like today and trying to win with just that, right? I'm using them as pieces of a puzzle, not as the puzzle. Come betting is hard, man. It's a grind. It's boring. I put on here. Today we lost the better part of $2,000. Yesterday I was down. We fought all the way back at the very, very, very end of the 86 rolls. It took us 86 rolls to lose $25 yesterday. It took us 97 rolls, I think, today to lose about $2,000. And it is a freaking grind. Now, I play the 3-point Johnny differently than a 3-point Molly, as you know. I don't put the odds up until the come bets are all three set. That reduces my volatility. It did today cost me. There was 6 times where those come bets were off and on with no odds, right? So we got a flat payment instead of the odds payment, which is brutal in terms of the math. There was also 6 times where with full odds on the bets, we lost all the bets, right? That equals out over time. Over time, you'll lose them with all the odds. You'll win them with the odds. That's why it's a 50-50 shot. It's a 1% house edge because you're going to lose 1% of your money over the long haul. There's going to be a couple of nice little spikes in there, a couple of valleys in there, but by and large, you're going to be right here in the middle. And because you're at the mercy of the shooter to decide what numbers you're betting on, somebody else is deciding what numbers you're betting on, okay? Mathematically, I get it. If you closed your eyes and let a computer run, mathematically, you're going to be okay. But at the casino, like you just saw, somebody else decides where your money goes, and that person decides whether or not you win. That's a tough place to be, and I find it boring. It's a grind. I think it's boring. To me, it's not a go-to for me. And in terms of a daily paycheck, it's too grindy to be a daily paycheck. If you don't win it right off the bat, you're done. There's no fight. There's no fight back in that thing. It just I don't know. To me, it's not enjoyable, and I think that's part of why I love this game. Is the enjoyment of the game. Even though you know you can't beat it, we know that our strategies all suck. We know we're all losers in the end, for the most part. I'd like to have some say in that, right? I'd rather go down in a fight where I'm swinging, right? At least having a shot at it, than having no shot at it. And I feel like the come strategy, you're just at the mercy of whatever. Zero enjoyment out of that. Even if it won, it still wasn't any fun. So I'll play it again tomorrow and Friday. But there's no joy. I know the dice are deciding, right? I get it, Jay. The dice decide, but it's no fun, right? Watching the dice decide where they go and not having any say in that, and then being stuck with those bets, right? Once the dice decide and you're stuck with it, how many times today did my come bets get burned? 3 times. I lost 3 come bets on the come out 7, right? So to me, not good, not good. No, Victor. See, now we're going to get in a fight. My toss was great today, right? I was at 6.5 SRR today. I was over average today, right? Great SRR. The problem is timing, right? 1, 2, 3 gets set, 1 gets hit, 7 out. But there was 7 rolls in there, right? It is what it is. We can have the argument all day long. I believe that strategy, any kind of a Molly strategy, you'll be even. You'll hit a little bit, you'll lose a little bit, you're going to be even. That's no fun. To me, it's not enjoyable at all. And I play this game for the enjoyment of it. And there's no goodness. No, goodness is the wrong word. There's no vibe out of that. There's no good takeaway. You're just sitting there watching shit happen. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't change my mind. There it is. But I get it. I do get why it works. I get why it's the house edge is low. I get why people play it. It's not my thing. To me, it's not my cup of tea, so to speak. There we go. I don't know what else to say about it. But that's it. Let's head here. Let's head to the daily, the morning opener, the come out roll here. Quick 2 reminders of that. Let's see. We got the Friday night fights, Mac versus Buckeye, and we have Craps Chat Sunday for sure. So those, bookmark the Craps Chat, bookmark the Friday night. They're both going to be great. They're both going to be great events. The Craps Chats, as you know, it's my favorite show that we have on Casino Gaming TV. I love Craps Chat. Just a good, like, if I had it, but let your hair down, kind of a just sit back, groove, and talk. It's so much fun. Anyway, there's that. And of course, Mac's going to get to defend himself against Buckeye, which is going to be great. We have to go back, I guess. We have to go back and talk more about this because there's still chats coming in. No, Victor, all this from a lifetime of this. I've played cum strategies. Again, when I first learned, I learned the ladder first. I learned the molly after that. I played this way for years. And until I learned how to do the other kind of, because the other kind of betting crushed me when I was younger. I played it for years. I've never liked it. I know that you're supposed to play that way. I've never enjoyed it. I just don't like it. I know that a controlled shooter should make some money. Today, I actually was pretty damn good. I don't like it. It's not. It's to me, it's a boring strategy. Maybe that's more of what it is to me. 2 things. This is gonna be an opinionated piece. 1, it's boring. I'm over here. 1, it's a boring strategy to play. I don't like it. The second thing is that I don't like people shoving it down my freaking throat that this is the way to play. And I think people who play the molly strategies or pass line with odds strategies tend to be people who love to shove it down your throat that that's the only way to play. And I find that off-putting. And because it's off-putting, I kind of rail against it, right? Does that make sense to you? So it isn't like I don't like you as a person. I'm just like, God, will you guys just shut the hell up about this thing? I get it. I don't like it. I get it, but I don't like it. And that's why I had this kind of negativity towards that style of betting. And again, I use cum bets all the time for other things, and I will drop odds on them. But man, it's definitely it's a passion project or a passion point for me, I guess. I just don't like having it shoved down my damn throat. So that's it. There it is, and that's why, right? And I'll keep throwing it. I'm going to throw it the rest of the week. I did a video on the 3-point Johnny, right? I think it's a good way to play that kind of strategy, right? I don't like, how do I say this right? The 3-point Molly, I think is too dangerous, right? Come bet right away with the odds. Come bet right away with the odds. That's too volatile. You'll lose too much money that way because of the rhythm. At least this one gets you kind of like, okay, you're going to survive until the hits happen. So Darksider says the casinos teach that way for a reason. It's true. They do teach you that. When you go to the casino classes, that's what they show you. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's my opinion. My opinion is I don't like it. And it's more of a personal thing than a math thing. It's not a mathematical reason not to like it. I just don't like it because I'm a jerk and I don't like playing that way. So that's that. All right. So for me, Duracell, the shorter rolls do good. The way I play the Johnny, the shorter rolls I survive on. The Molly, the shorter rolls kill the Molly players. But shorter rolls I survive. There's a difference there. The longer rolls, everybody wins. Everybody on the table wins. Especially a come better. A come better who's in the recycler, that engine that keeps rolling, you win good money on a come system. But the normal rolls, today was a good example, right? Of normal size rolls, right? Set a point, roll 4 numbers, 7 out. Craps number 11, 7, set a point, roll 4 numbers, get out. That's the normal 6, 7 roll rhythm that most people are in. A decent shooter is there. I have a good SRR today, but look at the rhythm of it. Every 6 rolls a 7 comes, you lose your ass on a strategy like that. So, and you're right, Brian. The house advantage is based on the theory of large numbers. Okay, you get into thousands, right? And today we even had 100. We saw the law of large numbers start to come out at the end of that roll today. But you get into 1,000, 10,000. That's the casino, right? That's that 1.4%. That's what keeps everything on. Every game's got that baseline thing built into it, and on craps specifically, that baseline is what does it. The rest of us betting like monkeys on everything else is an increase in profits, but that's an ego play. That's an ego play. So, all right, there we go. Let's go. let's go over to the table, and I want to play some other stuff. I want to do some home runs and some grand slams. Midmo, yo, question here. If DI was on trial to prove it was real, what would be the outcome of the trial? Who has more evidence? The evidence is all on the side of it can't be done until you're doing it. But that's one of those things. It's like if you look at all the slow, like picture like a murder trial, right? Picture a murder trial, and I think I'm on the wrong screen here, but let's go back to this other one, better view. Picture a murder trial, and you've got the camera footage from the store, right, or from the house where the person broke in and did the thing. You have all that evidence, and it's on camera, and you can't dispute it. When you look at a dice throw in slow motion, you go, "Oh my God, there's no control." You look at that thing, and it's a disgusting mess in there. So the evidence is against it. However, when you watch guys who set the dice and have a good system and they're good mechanical throwers, you'll find them get into their pockets. You'll find them get into grooves. On nights when I'm doing it, when I'm feeling it, even today, all the fives I hit, that doesn't come by accident, right? I use the same set, the same toss, and the same landing zone, and for whatever reason, we got like 7 5s in 10 rolls, right? Is that luck, pure luck, or is that mechanically sound throwing, right? There's no answer, Midmo. I think the evidence appears to be on the anti-dice control side. However, you play with people who can do it, and they go, "Whew, they're making their numbers. They're in the pocket. They're making money." So, all right. Skill tells me to stop talking and look at my questions. So there's a couple of questions. Let's see. Old number 7. I got PC this weekend in fantasy. We talked about the house edge. We talked about that. Let me look at any other things I have to hit here. PC before I go to the table. Wow, look at all that stuff. Skills tell me I got things to look at. Skills says, I am right about what I said earlier, taking 2 hits versus 3. If the player can afford it, it's even better to do 1 versus 2. You're talking about come bets, Skill, there? Today I did 3 come bets. And what happened a lot today was we'd get 2, and then I had the off and on, and then I get the third one set, and then we had the 7 out. I'm wondering about doing 2 versus 3. In strategy play out here, we've talked a lot about 2 hits and down, 3 hits and down. It's 1 hit and down if you can afford the big spread. Go 640 across, take 1 hit, go 96 across. Huge risk for not very much reward, right? Think about like you're basically lay betting in that case. Let's go to the table. Let's go back there. I want to explain what I just said because I think it's an important piece that people, and I think I might have had this conversation with y'all before about effectively what you're doing is you're laying against the 7 for 1 roll, okay? And let me show you what that means. Where's my coffee cup? Here we go. Let's look at this. Let's put a $500 lay 4, okay? And let's look at that. It's a huge risk, right? You're laying 500 to win, what, 250, right? If the 7 happens to come, you win half of your bet back, 250. You go, God, that's stupid, right? For a lot of people, that's a ridiculous amount of risk. 500, and last night is a good example, right? Playing against Alfredo, for a hot minute there, I was laying the 4 because he was throwing so many 7s. And then, of course, he threw 2 4s in a row and whacked me for $1,000. That's a big risk for a small reward. And most people say, well, that's dumb. Why would you ever put that much out there to win half of your money? That's stupid. What about this guy? What about this guy that's going to do this for 1 roll? He's basically hopping against the 7. We're going to go out here for 640 across. Okay, and this is a strategy that I've seen a lot of people talk about. Let's go 640 across for 1, right? Let's get those to sit right. That's awesome because the 6, the 8, the 5, and the 9, they all pay 140, right? And the 4 and the 10, if they happen to hit, would pay 200 or 195, right? Depending on your vig, right? And it's a 1 roll thing. It's a 1 roll bet to win less than half of what you got out there. That's worse than this is, right? 640 across for 1 roll. You're basically hopping against the 7 for 1 roll to win about, in this case, a third or less than a third of your output. okay? And a cross bet for 1 is a lay bet against the 7. You're laying against the 7 for 1 roll for less than what for less than this, which is probably the worst lay bet you can make from a percentage standpoint, right? You're going to lay 5, lay to win, 2 to win 1, or 1 to win 2 rather, or 2 to win 1. Seems stupid. This is stupider. If you look at it from a math standpoint, right? It's a 1 roll lay, 80% chance you're going to win, but there's that 16% chance you're going to lose 640. You're laying against 7 for 1 roll. So the across betting for 1 is always super risky. It's a lot of risk, right? And if you go down here, if you go down 640, that sucks. You go back at 640 again. Let's say you win it 5 times, right? You get 5 tens, you're going to be in great shape. If you get 5 of the inside, right? 5 times whatever 140. What is 5 times 140? It's going to be 500. It's going to be $700. Just covers your 640. You need 5 flat wins to cover your 640. And if you're going to go 640 and take this and go 96 across with it, or 110 inside or something like that to get going, again, that's a huge amount of risk. You're laying the 7. Think about that when you're doing these enormous across strategies. And a lot of people do it. I do a big across strategies. I'm going to do one today for you. It's a big risk, and you're taking that big risk against the 7 for a no number of rolls. It's just like that. To me, it's the same thing as a lay 4, but it's a 1 roll bet. The lay 4 is a multiple roll bet. So think about it, right? When you're doing that, remember what you're doing. Remember the amount of risk, okay? And again, the come better is not experiencing that kind of risk. The come better's risk is different, okay? It comes big on single numbers, and you're kind of stuck in the rhythm there. So, all right, let's go and expand the table view here, and I'm going to play with you a little bit. The 250 across, we're going to play the 250 across 2 different ways, okay? We're going to go home run and grand slam with it. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. And I've been talking about this a lot this week because the come betting strategy is, technically speaking, a home run strategy. If somebody were to describe it to you, you're really got massive odds out there on a low number of numbers, and you're just trying to hit it out of the park. I'm going to do a place betting strategy today that I think is the same thing in terms of goal. Goal being to knock it out of the park. I didn't hit the right button over here. Hold on. I'm going to be on this screen. There we go. I want the KPIs active. I'm going to roll some numbers here. Here we go. Let's go 2 players, 250 across. Okay, each player here's got $1,000 in the bank. I did a little sample play last night, and I'll show you the strategy. It's a simple one. It's the level that I like betting across at for a number of reasons. It's that double tap 250 across. So let's take each guy $300 out of their rack, and they're going to go with the same exact initial bets. Okay, give me a second to get my chips all set up over here. We're going to go 250 across, which looks like this. It's going to be 60 on the 6 and 8, 40 on the 5 and 9, 25 on the 4 and 10. And those levels are chosen because if any number happens to hit twice, it's $200. Right, we're looking to make $200 on any number hitting twice. That's 250 across for both players. Let's get this other guy set up. 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, and 1. 3, 3, 2, and 2. Okay, so they're both set up. They're both getting $50 and change to their rack. I'll put their quarters down here. And let's just see the difference of home run versus grand slam. Now, the home run player, again, they're both putting the 250 at risk for too long. Let's get one thing straight. They're both going to put the 250 out here for way too long. This is a huge, stupid, risky strategy, okay? This guy is going to double tap. He's going to play basically either 4 hits or 1 number hits twice. And then he's going to transition from this to 330 inside, press to 440, and get out. It's a 6-roll strategy, 6-hit strategy, which is impossible, right? This guy here, his whole mission is to press every number to black. He'll probably spread some out. He's going to make some different decisions. He's going to press them all to black and then collect a couple of black chips and get out. Okay, he's going for a grand slam. He's just going to go press to the ceiling, waiting for a great roll, He's going to invest $250 up to 5 times. Yeah, 5 times, or I guess, yeah, 4 times rather. 4 times $250 to try that. Same thing here, but he has a better chance of getting out and making some money. That's it. We're going to look at the same strategy, home run versus grand slam. And again, this is designed to be not to teach you how to play this way. I'm going to give you some options here, and it's the purpose of what I'm doing here is to show you what home run strategies look like and feel like with actual dice, because I think a lot of people are selling a lot of snake oil out there that says, hey, do this, and on the 17th time the 8 hits, you're going to make a fortune, or on the 9th hit or the 10th hit or whatever. That's not based in reality. So I want to show you the reality of this. And again, to go back to the baseball metric, right? Hitting singles, the skill and luck way, right? A couple of hits and out, and you're playing for free, versus going for it. Let's take a look and see what happens in real time with real dice when you just flat out go for it. And can your bankroll survive some bad rolls? Here we go. Let's come out. Come out 7, 4, 3, 7. Log rolls here, 4, 3, 7. Not doing crapsy because I want to go fast and get a bunch of rolls in, so we're not going to crapsy it up. There's a 5, 3, 8. Cool. Puck goes to the 8. We're just going to work with the puck, both players. I'll pay them both as we go. There's a 7. Immediately 5, 2, 7. And they're both out of juice, right? They both lose $250 out of the gate. In the interest of time, I'm not going to take the bets and replace them. I'm going to take $250 out of each of their racks and just say, put me back up. Here's $250. Put me back up. So they're both burned PSO. And no matter what strat, even if you were playing conservatively, that would have got you. That would have got you no matter what. Here we go. Let's get another point. Hey, look at that. Back to the 8. Back to that 8. Again, there's the 8. 5, 3, 8 is in. Let's get some money made. Come on, guys. Let's do it. Here's the ace deuce. 2 and a 1. God, that Hawaiian coffee is so damn good. Oh my God, really, John? Look at this day. Look at this day. We're gonna have both guys go to the loan shark. It looks like 4, 3, 7. Same deal, right? They both lose again. No money gets made. Golly. Let's take 300 out of both their racks. Get them both some change, $50 and change, and they're back out at the same bets. Again, I'm not taking the bets down. All right. Did I log it in? I did. Wow. Come on, man. Let's have a roll. Oh, look at that. Another 8. Is the point been 8 every time? The point still 8, 6, 2, 8. 3 points of 8, 3 7-outs. Don't fear the 8 if you're playing a don't, right? I say this all the time. If the point's 8 and you're on the don't pass, people freak out. Look at that. We just burned it twice. It happens. People don't make their numbers. All right, 6, 4, 10 on the end. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a quarter from each guy here. We're going to get 20 and 5 whites to both players because I do want to pay the VIGs, right? So we're going to actually get our money set up correctly here. Both guys to get paid there, at least in my casino, it's 50 for 1 from both players, right? $50 for him, $50 for him. Now they're both going to play this the same way. We're both going to be super aggressive. We're going to press the number that came. This guy's got an out clause. This guy does not have an out clause. That's the difference. So now our 10s are up to $75 for both guys. On the double tap, the nice thing is that pays $150 and you're back to a quarter and you got $200 coming to your rack, which is a beautiful thing. 6, 4, 10. We got a hit. Look at us go, getting hits. There's a 5, a 4, 1, 5, fever 5, 4, 1, 5. So what happens on the 5, that's going to pay $56. 40 pays 56. So 50, 5, 56. Let's take the 5 down. There's 75, 85, 90, $6. We're going to drop $4 and make that look like 100. So you drop 4 and say, make my 5 look like 100. That's what happens. So from 40 to 100, this is the G Money The G Money double shot right here, right? We're going to go from 40 to 100. So both players make the same move. This player here drops $4, make it look like 100. They get the same exact payment. Boom. Now they're both up to 100. And if you're keeping score, that's 2 hits. We hit the 10, we hit the 5, right? This guy's double tapping out. This guy here is shooting the moon. 415. Come on, let me get some numbers here. There's a 6-5 yo bummer. 6-5 mid mo yo. That's beautiful. All right, double tap. Double tap on the 5. 415. I love this play. 415. This player here gets paid 140. 125, 140. Right now, if you're playing the double tap way, I'll show you the move, right? Goes back to 40, you pocket 2 blacks. I love that strategy, right? He's gonna transition though. We're gonna get out of this. As soon as you double tap any number or hit 4, he moves out of what he was in. We're gonna go to 330 inside. So I'll spread these all out so you can see where we are. We're gonna go to 3 chips on the 5, 3 chips on the 9, $75. The 6 and 8 are gonna go to 90 each. Okay, I'm gonna take this back here. I don't have enough. I can do one of them, I guess, right, with the greens that I've got. Make that look like 90. And over here, we're gonna have to get some change. 4 greens. And there's $90. He goes to 330 inside and he pulls back $170. I could go to 440, but he can go to 440 if we wanted to. Do a full investment. That's probably okay to do. But let's just go 330 and we'll take a little bit of money back. That'll help us recover some of that earlier loss. I think it's a smart play. So from 250 to 330 inside. Okay. This guy in the back here, again, that 5 paid 140 for him as well. He's shooting the moon. He doesn't give a crap, right, about anything other than getting to goal, right? He's going to try and get to 750 across. He's going to press the 5 to 1 1/4. He's going to take his 9 and make his 9 look like 1 1/4. Now they're both on the way there. We can take this $30. You could press something else if you want to. I'm just going to have him take this and put him on the 4 and the 10. Just jack or put it on the 4 because the 10's already jacked up. Let's put the 4 up. We'll just take 1/4 and make the 4 look like 50. We'll bring $5 back, and that's it. So he's pressing. He's looking to get this thing to 750 as fast as possible. Home run, grand slam. Big difference here, how they're going to play this thing out. Let's get a couple more numbers, though. We need a couple of numbers here to make this thing work. Oh, shit, I put a 5. Sorry. 4-1. Okay, let's get it. Let's get another inside hit and make this thing happen for us. Oh no, all that talking, the RNG in my head becomes a 617 and everybody loses their money. This guy at least got a little tiny bit back. The guy in the back, all or nothing, man. He's all or nothing. I'm gonna take his bets down to where they should have been. Bring his money back to the rack. Make him look like, again, 250. And he's gonna have to pay 200 and his last $50. He's out. Right, lost 3 times, brought nothing back to the rack. This guy's out of money. Guy in the front will do the same thing. He's gonna lose all this. I'm gonna set him back up though at 250. And I'll take that money from his rack. He's gonna be out of money in a minute too. There's 3, there's 3. All right, they're both back. $250. The only reason why this guy's ahead is because he pulled a little tiny bit of money back last time. Brutal. All right, 617 has been typed in. Let's get us a new point. Aces. 1-1 aces. All right, oh my gosh. The point's 8 yet again. And I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4 times the 8, or 3 times the 8 was the point. 3 times the 7 beat it. Just saying. All right, we're at the point of 8. Let's make some money. Nope. Nope. 0.7 out, 437. Look at that. The 8 got beat 4 times by the 7. Isn't that crazy? All right, let's do this. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to put a black chip in each guy's rack. That's their loan. That's a $1,000 loan that they're getting. I'm going to play this again because we can't let that stand. We cannot let 4 straight losses stand, although that happens, right? So we owe the bank $1,000 for this next loan. Let's come back and give $300 out of each guy's rack. Let's get $50 in change to each player. And actually, I'm going to get some whites. So there's 4 and 5. This guy here, we'll just get 1 set of whites for him. That way we can pay our VIGs. And all the bets are right. 250's out there paid for. Racks are correct. Let's do something better than that. Be better, John. Be better. 6-6. 6-6 midnight coming out midnight. Can we do something better? I'd like to see one of these guys actually hit their thing so we can see a difference. Otherwise we're just both guys paying the bank doesn't make any difference, right? It's boring. Laying the 7, right? There's a 3-1-4. That's a different point. Look at that, 3-1-4. Laying against the 7 here for a few rolls. Let's do it. Oh, for frick's sake. Come on, John. Never going to be able to make a point. There's 200, 200. There's 250. I'm going to actually take another 100 here from this guy. Man. Bets back out. PSO, 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 437. Look at that mess. Can it get any worse? Can it get any worse at all? There's a 4, 6, 10. Come on. I may have to just force this to happen so you can see the difference, I guess, right? 4, 4, 8. All right, we got an 8 to hit finally on our pay schedule here. Let's get them paid up. And again, both guys are doing the same thing. It's going to get $70. They're both on the same program here for the first few rolls. Okay, 70 and 70. On both cases, we're going to do a full press. We'll take our caps back to the rack and take these things to 120. I'll take the greens and make them look like black chips. Full press. Guy in the front looking to double tap that 8. Guy in the back looking to spread the whole thing out and get to 750 as quickly as humanly possible. All right, racks are right. Both guys down $1,000. Come on. Dice, help me out. Help me out over here. Hey, there's a 5, a 325. That's cool. 325. So both guys will drop the $4 and say, make it look like 100. Make the 5 look like 100. Remember, 40 pays 56, plus the 4 is 60. We have 40 out there. Make it look like 100. Bam and bam. Both 5s are at 100 now. That's 2 hits for the guy in front. Guy in the back's not counting hits. He's just counting money. 325. And we got a 1, 2, 3. Wow. Talk about, what do they say? If it wasn't for no rhythm, I'd have no rhythm at all. That's me. That is me today. Here we go. Do it. Let's get it. All right, 325, fan-freaking-tastic. 325, we hit it. First guy, double tapping it, right? He's gonna get 140 on his 5 in the front, and he's going to 330, right? His strategy is to move everything inside, go 330 in. There's gonna be 90 on the 6. There's gonna be 90 on the 8. I'm going to take the blacks, and we're going to go ahead and get, I need 8 greens for the blacks there. He's going to take his 5 and 9 to 75 each. He's at 330 inside, bringing back 150. That's a green chip. Bringing back 180. So again, we could move him right to 440. But we're going to go ahead and let him build the 440. We're going to let the dice help us out there a little bit. He's there. This guy in the back, again, same thing. He gets paid 140 on that 5, which is good. We're going to go ahead and get that. Can you all, are we back online? Victor, you are so, hopefully you're hearing this. That's great. Can you hear me, guys? Hopefully. Let's see. Those are looking like they're good. I'm waiting to hear back from you. Looks like we're streaming. Okay, now you can, okay, good. I'm back. Sorry about that. We had a power outage here. My power just flickered and everything got reset. So sorry about the weirdness. All right, so I'm gonna pick up where I left off. So the guy in the back has his 9 and 5 pressed up to 1 1/4. We're gonna take this extra 5 nickels and drop it. I'm just gonna go to the 4 with it, take back a nickel. Okay, that's what he's gonna do. Full press, but he's looking for that. His home run is to go from 250 to 330 and then be done. That's his home run, okay? Here we go. Keep the roll going. There's an 8, a 5, and a 3. That's fantastic. 5, 3, 8. Let's get over here. My roll tracker, everything disengaged. What a pain in the ass. All right, put that back in. Sorry for the weirdness, but it is what it is. 5, 3, 8. All right, 5, 3, 8. Now, here we are in the front. We're gonna get paid 110. I'm gonna pay it like this, 105 rather. He's gonna drop 5 and press everything to 440. Okay, we're gonna get a quarter on those. We're gonna get a quarter or $30 on these and go to 440 inside. I'm gonna make those greens all look like blacks because they all leveled up. Make those nice and pretty. 440 inside. Right, he's looking for that one more inside hit. That'll be his home run. That'll be his home run right there. Guy in the back here, we got the 8. He already had the 8 pressed up to 120. So that also pays 140. One extra green there, 140. So his move here is to get the 8 to 150. We're gonna take this 100, I'm gonna make it look like greens really quick. Make my 8 look like 150. That's the target for the 8 is 150. The 6 right here is at 60. We can go to 120. There's 150. So the 6 can also go to 150. We have enough to do it. That's a great hit right there. That gets them both where they want to be. 6 and 8 are at 150 each. 5 and 9 are at 125 each. And the 4 is at 50. We're going to bring 20 bucks back to the rack. One more hit up in here. He's at 750 across and can start racking black chips. This guy here is one hit from being just flat done. All right. 8's been logged in. And both guys can suck it. Both guys can suck it. There's a 617. And you're one hit away from stardom. It's a bummer. Huge, huge, huge bummer. Hard to get even 4 hits or 5 hits. That guy got lucky because he double tapped the 5. Had a shot at it, but it ain't gonna work. All goes away. Swinging for the fences, right? Is that a way to play? Is swinging for the fences a way you want to spend your life? I don't know. In baseball, they say that's the only way to play anymore, right? They say that's the only way to make it work in baseball is swing for the fence. I don't know if that's true, right? I'm more of a small ball guy. Here's 250 again, right? The loan sharks are knocking at the door, right? Paying those markers down. There's 250 for this guy. Let's get them both set back up again. Brutal, right? Just brutal. Craps is a brutal, hard game that'll make a man out of you, for sure. All right. There's 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. Wow. Brutal. I have too many reds there. Okay, there we go. Let's get these two players some color in their rack because I got too many red chips in play. There's a quarter for some red. There's 25. There's 50 in red or green. All right, so from a rack standpoint, the player in front who pulled back a couple $100 each time, he's doing all right. He's got another 250. He's actually earned another chance to play. The other guy has not yet earned another chance to play. He's got one shot left. He's going to be done. Let's try and get like more than 3 hits. Can we do it? 617. 617. Come on, dude. Victor, you're so funny. This is what I get for bashing cum bets. 527. I know it's the mathematical way. I know what they say. You don't got to remind me. However, I don't like it. It's boring. Boring way to play. And I don't like the attitude. So there's that too, right? I don't like the attitude and it's boring. It's a 426. 426. I'm like a child when it comes to that kind of stuff. I really am, and I freely admit it. There's a 6. 516. 5. And if I wasn't a child, you wouldn't love me so much, right? That's how I look at it. I make it fun. There's a $70 for the man in the front. There's $70 for the man in the back. They're both gonna press to 120. They're both gonna basically take back their caps to their rack. And they're both gonna make their bets look like 120. Make me look like 120, please. That's what you tell your dealer. They take your cap, give it back to you. They stack your new cap on top, and there we have 120 in the 6 and 8, or the other 6s, and we're off. Okay, puck is off. Get the racks reset, and out we come. Out we come with a yo. There's that yo, 6-5 yo. There's a 7, 437. 437. And there's an 8. There's a 4, 4, 8. We're on the 8. Remember what I said before. You're going across. You're laying the 7. You're laying against the 7 right now. You're just, please God, get me something I can use here, right? There's an 8. 4, 4. That's a new point. Hey, we hit it back to back, just like the 6. Hard 8, 4, 4, hard 8. Same deal, right? Make it look like 120. What they're going to do is they're going to give you back your cap for both players. You're going to make your bets look like 120, which is super cool. 6s and 8s are both fully pressed up for both players. That's awesome. Okay, this guy needs either one of these to hit again or 2 more. This guy here is just rolling up to 150. Let's come out. 7. Good time for the 7 right there, right? While we're off. Give me a 7. I'm going to move that with my hands. That's a 4. And down here is a 5. 5, 4, 9. 5 and a 4. That goes to here. Let's do it. 5, 5, 10. That's a hard 10. 5 and a 5. So for both players, they drop a buck. It's 50 for 1. That's the VIG being paid. Again, I'm assuming your casino charges the VIG after the win. So 50 for 1. Both players, full press. Boom. It's a nice, easy move. Player in the front now has gotten 1, 2, 3 numbers to hit. Because he didn't double tap anything, the 4th hit, he's going to 330. This guy here is just marching along, right? He's marching along. Let's get it. Hey, 538. That's actually the best possible case. 538. 538 is fantastic. His 4th hit happens to also be the double tap. So he actually kind of doubles that thing up. There's the 140 that he's going to get. He's going to go to 330 inside. Because he double tapped the 4th number, he could actually go to 440 and not get hurt by this. Check this out. I'm going to show you how that looks. Let's go to 440. I'm going to take these greens and make them a black. He can go right to 440 and still bring money back to his rack. And decent amount of money. There's 440, and he's still bringing back 75. There's a green chip. He's bringing back 115 and is at 440. That's a beautiful thing. That double tap on that 2nd hit was awesome. That really sets him up pretty well. Back in here, again, it's also 140 for the player in the back. His 6 and 8 are already at 120. He can take that 140 and do a couple of things with it. One thing I would probably do is make them both look like 150. So I'm going to take this 100 and get greens for it. Make the 6 and 8 look like 150. So we get those to the goal, right? We're looking to get to 750. They can be at 150. We now have how many greens up here? Again, knowing what you're getting paid is a big thing. There's $75 in green if you take these away. What happens with that? Well, we have $100 to play with. What we can do is bump up the 5 or the 9 to 125, right? Just get this, do this, put it right there on the 5. And let's get the 5 where it's going to be. Again, the goal is 750 across, right? So the 5 is set up. We'll take back $20 in here and let the next hit get the rest of the way. So I'm kind of spreading my money out with this player here to get to 175 the smartest way that I can and the fastest way that I can. Okay, so there's that. He's set up and ready to go. This guy here needs a couple of hits. Now we're in home run mode, right? He got his guys on base, basically. He loaded the bases. He's at 440. 2 inside hits and he's out. This guy here has some work to do, but they're both maybe on a good roll. Can we get our money back? Can we do it? Well, we got that. That doesn't help any of it. That's 6-6 does nothing. Nothing for nobody. Come on. Come on. We got an 8. We got us an 8. We got a 4-4, hard 8. 4-4, 8. That's awesome. All right, 120 pays 140. That doesn't change, 140. He's going to do 110 pressure. He's going to take back the $35. He's going to pressure by 110. Let's go ahead and take that, make it look like greens. He's going to press each one like so. 125, and these go to 150. One more hit, and he's out. He's looking for one more lousy inside hit, and his home run is complete. This guy back here just got paid $175, which is awesome. Okay, he can bump up the 9 now, make the 9 look like 125, and he can make his 4 look like 75. Actually, make his 4 look like 100 if he wants to. Yep, we have 4 greens. His 10 is at now. If you want to rush job this, you can. His 10 is at 75. He's got 15 out here. He can drop 10 and power press and make that 10 look like 100. Now he's got 750 across. He had to put from his rack a little bit. He's at level where he's going to start collecting blacks. This guy here is one shot and down. This home run strategy here, we can decide how long to be in that. Okay, let's get it to work first, and then we'll make a call. There's a 6-5 yo. First chance all day. 6-5 yo. We had 4 straight PSOs, right? We had a couple of losses in the middle here. Let's get these guys some money. Let's make some damn money. Oh, for frick's sake. God, dang it. 6-1-7. We can't get it done. Man, swinging for the fences sucks. Any Yankees fans out there watch Aaron Judge strike out like 12 times in the playoffs looking for the home run? Any Mariners fans out there watching the Mariners play 18 innings of baseball? Everybody swinging for the fucking fence. And this is what happens. You get so close. You get guys on base, got your guy on at the plate. You're all set up and ready to go, and you strike out. Home run strategies like this, when they work, and actually let's look at it work because we have to kind of go anyway. What would have happened? Let's roll a number. We know we lost the money. I'm going to roll an inside number, and we'll just see. Let's pick the one that would have been. Come on, 410, 410, 4, really? 8. Let's say that we would have got it. We know we lost. We know that both guys here owe the loan shark their whole pension. But what would have happened? Let's take a look at the payment here. This guy would have got 175 on that 8 and would have come down. Again, he started out with 250. Okay? And look at what the home run looks like for you. He brought back, what did he bring back? 115 he brought back to the rack. So let's bring that 115 back out. I'm going to bring it over here. Actually, let's bring it from his rack. 115 that he took off on that first hit. Let's just count up the money because the home run is worth going for. Maybe, right? There's $300 in green. Again, started out with 250. Okay, there's 100, 200, 300, 4, 5, 6, 700, 840 bucks from 250. That's a great, and it's honestly, I made it look hard. It's not that hard, right? It's the first 250 up to 4 hits, perhaps 2 inside hits. Look at the profit. It's 500 bucks in profit. If you can pull it off, it's 500 bucks in profit. If you can hit the home run. Otherwise, though, you're gonna suck it 4 or 5 times, right? But one hit covers 3 losses, right? Covers 2 losses. One hit, the 800 bucks, 815 bucks, 250. That's what you started with. 500 bucks covers 2 losses. If you can get it. If you can get it. How hard is it to get? We didn't get it once. Back in here, he's at 750. We know that. He started out with 250, which means this represents 500 bucks in profit. We know that. We already know. He got to 750, started with 250. He's already got 500 bucks. That's a purple chip sitting on the table in profit, right? Every hit from here is 175 or 200 bucks on top of the purple, right? The Grand Slam strategy needs a couple more hits to keep that juice going, right? Technically speaking, he gets paid 175 on that 8. And if you add that up, now he's at 5, 6, 75 in profit. The next hit, more. He's racking blacks, but you got to get the roll. You got to get the roll, right? You're playing with Alfredo, right? Who very frequently will roll 10, 11, 12 box numbers. This works. You're playing with me, who can't seem to get past 2 or 3 rolls. You're gonna suck hind tit and lose everything, right? Like we did today. But I'm kind of, I wish we would have made it once so you can see the actual payments, but I'm kind of glad that we lost. I'm kind of glad that we lost because now dice grinders, I made this point earlier, the one hit and down you're guaranteed. However, to make one hit and down work, you got to go out there big, right? You got to go out there for 640 to make one hit and down work. And today, 3 of my losses today were PSOs. Let me go back to the other screen. 3 of my losses today were 0.7 out. So let's put yourself in that situation, right? Put yourself in the situation where you go 640 across to take one hit to go 96 across, right? I had 3 straight 0.7 outs. So by my calculations, that's 640 times 3 is 1,800. That's 1,940 bucks, right? That's ridiculous. Only works one hit and down if you're a thrower, right? If you're throwing, right? If Alfredo's throwing, if anybody not named John is throwing, that's probably a good thing. But you saw what happened here, right? We had 3 of those early PSOs on, even with the point of 8. It's hard. It's really hard. When you're laying against the 7 for that one shot, man, that's tough. It's really, really tough. And you're right, hard to recover when you get murdered. You're exactly right, Duracell. You go out there too big and you get murdered on it. Skill's saying not to have a lay to hedge, right? Sure, if I lay it, now you're missing a number, right? And here, and let me go back again, because I think it's a good point, Skill. I think we should talk about that. If you're gonna go out, and I'll put the 640 back up again, let's do that real quick. We can make this look like 640 easily. We'll keep it in the back. 620, 640 bucks. And again, you're laying against the 7 for one roll, right? One rolling down. Now, what you could do is lay the 10. It doesn't matter which one you lay. Let's pick the 10. We'll lay the 10. Now you got 540 out here. You got to lay the 10 for 1,200 bucks to make that work. Okay, 1,200 bucks on a lay to pay 1,100 minus VIG, 50 bucks in VIG. So you're gonna make 50 bucks. That would pay 1050. You're gonna lose 540. Or 540 rather, 550 to lose 540. And you're missing the 10. The whole point of going across is to get all the numbers. What you roll a 10, you're out. You're out that much money, right? You're gonna have to lay 1,200 to cover 540. Yikes. And you're missing a target. You're missing a whole target by doing that. So the laying against this, look at your spread, 540 and 1,200, that's 1,700 bucks out there. Good Lord. Like, I don't have that kind of money to play this way. If you're gonna do that, you gotta go super low. You gotta go way, way, way lower to make it work. That to me is a tough way to do it. Also tough is losing 640 on a 0.7 out, right? Laying the 7 for the one roll. Let's do it. Here comes the puck, right? Let's just get a quick number here. There's a 5, right? A roll of 5. I'm out here for the one roll to save them all. What do we get? We got lucky. We got a 9. Okay, we got 9. It pays 140, and we're out there for 96 across with a little bit of profit. Or maybe you're out there for 160 across. Maybe you drop 20 and you go 160 across. You can do that, but that's gonna burn you. That's gonna burn you. And the bigger those bets get, the bigger the lay's got to be. It just gets scarier and scarier and scarier for me. So, craps talk aside, D-Gen's going to the Phillies game. Yay! That's awesome, dude. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. Brian sacrifices a roll. I think our friend Dan Tana used to do that too. He used to do a sacrificial roll in the Butterberg to kind of avoid that crazy PSO. So, yeah, and it is, right? It's all relative to what your risk factor is. But 640, you got to go out there at like 640 or something to get the one hit to be meaningful. At a $15 table, you got to get a $100 win to get to 96 across, right? So you got to be out there at least 640 to make that work. So it's difficult, man. This is a hard game. It's a super hard game. What time is it? 9:08. We lost power today. So let's recap my day. It can only get better from here, right? We lost $1,300 in the garage playing the cum strategy because cum betting is so great. We lost almost $2,000. I came in here and I ranted and raved about how shitty cum betting is and pissed off like 4 people. Sorry, love you all still. We can be friends, but we can be friends and I can still be right. Ha, kidding. And then I went over here and tried to show you how to hit a home run and struck out 7 times in a row. So far, check, check, check. It's been a great day for me. I wonder what else Wednesday has in store. I'm gonna go to a meeting and swear at somebody probably and get fired. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, I don't care. This was fun. I had a good day. I had a good morning with y'all. It's fun to kind of jibe and jab a little bit. Don't take what I say too seriously with regards to the cum betting, right? Take seriously what happened here. That's reality. Go 250 across and hit a home run. You're gonna strike out way more than you hit the home run. We never hit 1 home run today. We're gonna strike out a lot doing it. Be careful when you're playing that way, okay? The cum betting thing, again, I think it's a stylistic thing, right? You can, out here today, what would the cum better have made today? Nothing, right? All those rolls we just did, there were almost no repeat. There were the 8 repeated and the 5 repeated. Everything else was garbage, right? The come better makes no money in that situation either, right? Rolls determine everything. I don't like come bets because they aren't fun. And I'll just be honest about it. I don't like playing that way. To me, that's not a fun way to approach the game. That's my main reason for it. And if you're going to tell me that that's the wrong house edge thing to do, I'm going to give up 2%. I'm going to give up 4%. You're going to give up 2%. We're both giving up something. So there you are. Get out of here, y'all. Have a great day. Have a great Wednesday. I'll see you maybe tonight. I didn't practice last night because I was not feeling it. Maybe tonight, we'll see. But if not, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a great Wednesday. Hump day. See ya. Love y'all. God bless every one of you. Bye.